Now, the second thing that's been worked on is actually managing your army, because it's a army-based game. You have an army, you collect units, a bit like a card game, but it's not a card game. So you have your army, and from all your units that you've acquired, you're gonna build a small army to battle like 30 units or something like that. So here you have a couple types of army types. So at first you start with a default army. So here you're gonna select your king. So you'll be able to select from 6 kings. Here's a placeholder icon from the first one, is the War Mage. And so we have 6 others, 3 good kings and 3 kings from the evil faction, if you will. So right now this is all placeholder. Their information is not set up, but you can mouse over this king and see the information on the right. Again, it's all placeholder, as you can see. His description is blah blah blah, I'm the super king of butt sex. So that's not final, I can assure you. And so yeah, you choose your king here, and then you select your army from all your units that you've acquired. So here I have this is the warden, this is the assault warden, the arbalist, the tech arbalist, field archer, sentinel, and we have over 120 units total, and those are 6 that we've integrated so far. And so each unit has a alternate, like the warden as the assault warden, the arbalist as the tech arbalist, and so on. So they're close together, but they're different. They have different strategies and abilities, but they're close. So you can decide which one you like better, or use both in your army. So you can see the little numbers here. I have 4 warden, 2 assault warden, here 2, 2, 2, 2. And as you win battles, you're gonna unlock new units and get more. So you can win like a random arbalist or a skeleton or a beast or whatever, one of the many units that we have. It's kind of random, kind of like buying packs of cards. You're not sure what you're gonna get. And then, yeah, I won't go into details, but there will be ways to acquire the units you want more specifically. But as a general concept, you're gonna earn your units a bit randomly and slowly build, kind of like in a loot-based games. You're gonna get many items and slowly build your character until your equipment is exactly what you want. So it's kind of same here. You're getting random units and polishing your army's strategy, or building many armies for different strategies, and using more and more the units that actually serve the army's strategy that you wanna get to. So yeah, here it says here it says to show the unlocked ones, all unlocked or just the one in the army. In the army there's none because it's a new account. The army is empty. Unlocked are those ones. So here when it says 4-0, it means I have 4, but I have 0 in my army. So if I put 1 here, I can use the little arrows here to put more or less minions in my army. Here it says available units, available minions. It's 14 total that I have unlocked. But it's unlocked with the new account, but it would go up as you unlock new units. And here it says selected minions, which means the ones that you selected in your army. So here I put 2 wardens. Say I'll put an arbalist and a tech arbalist. So now I have 4. So I'll put 1 of each. No, I won't put the assault warden. I'll put some more. The warden is the only unit so far that we have animated who has pretty much final graphics and animations. The others are just placeholders with a sketch version of the art. And so now I have like I'll put more of these like this. Alright, so I have 12 minions in my army, which is not too bad. And now if I do army here, I won't see the Assault Warden because I don't have any. That's why I didn't select any Assault Warden in my army, so I can show this difference. So it's the difference between unlocked, army, and eventually all will actually show all the units available in the game, and you'll clearly see like the ones that you haven't unlocked yet. So you can actually like see all the units and build your strategy in mind and see what you want to achieve with your army and work towards that goal. Alright, so this army is fine. I'm gonna save it. It already saved on the server. I'm gonna rename my army. I could do new. I can show you. New. You enter a new army name, and you're back to what we were some minutes ago. 0 in your army, and you select the ones you want. So you can do many armies, kind of like different decks in a card games, like in Magic the Gathering. You'll do like an assault deck, or you know, whatever, a poison based deck, whatever strategy you decide. You can make many armies with your whole bunch of units that you have unlocked. But we'll go back to the default one and just rename it. We'll call it Super Army. So now it's Super Army in the list. We have new army and we have draft. Alright. Draft, I'll attempt to show you. I'm not sure it's gonna work, but if any of you have played Hearthstone, I think it's this. There's a mechanic similar to it. We take many inspirations from Hearthstone. It does some things pretty well. You can play with a draft, which is like a random set of units, and you build your army from that. And you have a couple uses to play with it. So at the beginning, you might want to play with a draft, which will give you like units you don't have yet for a limited amount of battles. So you can sort of experiment with different units that you don't have. So I don't have a draft yet, so I'll do a new draft. And of course, it's a very early build. It doesn't do exactly what it should. It just gave me an Assault Warden, 2 Arbalist, and 1 Sentinel. Normally it would give you like 60 units to pick from, but since we only have a few units integrated, I just did it for the purpose of building the feature. On the server it's only giving you 4 units. So here you see like the difference between all, unlocked, and army. Oh, we have a crash here. Oh, so we had a crash, so I'm not gonna show you this. I was about to say, you see the difference between all. So when I show all, I see the units I don't actually have in my unit bank, but they're still available just for seeing what they do. And yeah, so same principle. I can't add these. I don't have them in my draft. As you can see, even with the crash, the draft was saved on the server, so of course that works. And before I can use the draft army, I need to set it up and save the draft army for usage, because right now it's empty. So I can put a couple units, save it. So that's if some people are familiar with our games, that's the actual Road of the Dead message box. When we build a game, we usually start with the framework of another game and build from that. So that's a remnant of Road of the Dead. So it's still, the message is good. It's asking if you want to save the draft army, and you're going to be stuck with this draft army until you've used it enough to get a new draft. So that's how it works. You get random units, but you're stuck with them for a certain amount of battles before you can switch it up. I accept that, so it says here you need to use this draft army 3 more times to be able to get a new draft. So for now I can't, I'm stuck with this draft army. So either you work with your own little army and polish it, or you can work with a draft army, which gives you more units that you normally have, but it's random, so maybe not the ones you actually want. Okay, so that's the army manager part. It's connecting well with the server and does what we want.